If you're new to Madden or just haven't played the game in a while, these are 10 beginner tips you need to know. And even if you've watched some of these videos in the past, there's some crucial changes to the game this year, so make sure to pay attention. Number 1, passing 101. There's 3 types of passes you can throw in Madden 25. The first is going to be a lob pass, which you get by just tapping the receiver's icon. It's going to throw a deep pass over the top just like this. This is the type of pass you want to throw when you have a streak going deep and you're just trying to get past the defense for a huge play. And you can even use this over the middle if you've got the defender beat and there's just a ton of room to run. You can throw it out in front just like that. The next type of pass is called a bullet pass. You get this by holding down the receiver's icon. This will have the QB throw the ball as hard as he can. This is really good for trying to fit the ball into tight windows as you want to get the ball to the receiver as quickly as possible. And it's also good for the quick hitting routes like this, a quick out route to the sideline. Now the last type of pass is called a touch pass, and it's more of a loft. What you want to do, you want to hold down the receiver's icon for the slightest second and then let go. This is going to be in between a lob and a bullet. This can be good for deep routes over the middle where you're trying to get it over the linebackers but in front of the safeties. You want to kind of drop it into the bucket. Now when you're passing the ball, you can also lead the pass with your left stick. So for example, this slant route to the X receiver, if he had a defender on him and he had a step in front of him, I would want to lead this pass to the right. So what I would do when I go to pass it is I would hold the left stick to the right while bullet passing it, and that would put it out in front away from the defender. You can also hold up to lead over the top on deep passes like this to make sure that you get it out in front of the receiver. Now to go along with this, there are different types of catch options. You can do a rack catch by holding down the X or square button depending on your system. This will tell your receiver to catch it in stride and keep running. These are really good to use on those lob passes over the top like I just showed, or a side-to-side pass like this where you want to catch it out in front and keep running down the field. You can also do what's called a possession catch by holding down the A button on Xbox or the X button on PlayStation. This is really good to use near the sidelines. It'll tell your receiver to make sure he gets the feet in bounds. But this is also really good over the middle of the field if the coverage is tight and you want to catch the ball and get down and not take any hits. So right here, if there was tight coverage, I would hold A or X and he would go down. You can also do an aggressive catch, which is the Y or triangle button, and this will just tell your receiver to jump up in the air and attack the ball at its highest point. This is good if you're trying to win a 1-on-150 ball, but it's risky. And new this year, they have a spectacular catch button, which is the LB or L1 button, where the receiver will do a one-handed grab, but keep in mind he can drop it easily. This does increase his catch radius and allows him to maybe get a ball that's a little off target, but keep in mind this is more so to show off. It's not going to work in coverage a lot. Now lastly, to be a good passer, it's very important to try to climb the pocket to the best of your ability and get the ball out quick. You don't want to instantly try to scramble because then you run into situations like this where you can get hit by the edge rusher. And you don't want to drift too far back like this because this could also make your blocking worse and it makes your passes less accurate. You want to try to step up as much as you can, not be afraid, and this will help you get the ball out quicker and more accurately. Always take your quick routes if they're there. Don't look deep every play because that's how you wind up getting sacked and throwing picks. Number 2, how to run the ball. First, let's talk about the important ball carrier moves. If you want to sprint, you want to hold down the right trigger or the R2 button. This will get your running back to top speed. Now you need to know about the important ball carrier moves as well. So the first one's going to be the juke, which you get by flicking the right stick to the left or to the right. That will tell the running back to juke in that direction. To perform a spin, you want to hit the B or circle button, and honestly, this is the better move in this year's game. The spin works pretty well in this game. If you want to attempt a hurdle, you press the Y or triangle button, and this will have you try to jump over a defender if they go low. Now, when running the ball, it's important not to hold down that sprint or turbo button behind the line of scrimmage. This is why a lot of people have trouble running. You want to just maneuver with the left stick, and you want to try to get easy yards. If you hold down that sprint or turbo button behind the line of scrimmage, you're going to cause quicker block sheds. You want to hold it down once you get into the open field and have some breakaway room. This is a bad habit that a lot of people have. Like right here, this is where I want to hit the sprint button when it's wide open and I'm at the second level. Again, this is a bad habit a lot of people have. It's something they're used to doing all the time, but you have to get used to only maneuvering with the left stick. This will improve your running game a lot as you're going to have a lot better blocking and you'll get more opportunities to get into the open field to use that sprint button and breakaway just like this. Once I have a little outside leverage, then I hit sprint and I try to get moving. If you're still here and finding value from this video, I do want to let you know that I also have a membership where I post all of my ebooks, my highest level offensive and defensive strategies, and crazy glitches that pop up from time to time to help you stay ahead of the meta and win more games. I'm currently running a limited time free trial and you can check it out in the pinned comment below. Number 3, how to beat